Hello mate. What is happening guys? Bill here with another crazy video. And today we're playing some Overwatch. So this is a really funny game. Just probably the funniest game. One of the funniest games. And it's pretty funny. So I'm just I've been experimenting a lot when I play. This is me showing off some cool little jumps you can do with Bastion. As you can see, I'm pretty much an expert. So just showing how I got there to begin with was not the most efficient way. As you can see, this is the most efficient way of doing it. You just have to just like, yeah, so there you go. For real, this is this is actually how you do it. So for real, this is how you get. This is the most consistent way of doing it. You have to use the stairs. And that was a cool transition. Every time I do a cool transition, I'm gonna let you guys know. But yeah. So basically, my game plan for this game is just sort of to be as weird as possible. Play as weird as I can. It's a playstyle I've been adapting for a long time. Here I was waiting for Widows, because usually they play Widows on this opening point to just get a few headshots and then switch. But they didn't play it, so you know I was free to just get a kill here. So now I'm just going to be waiting here for some stuff to happen, just applying pressure. But really I don't want them to come after me because they can kill me so easily here. But while I wait, let me show you some cool little jumps that you can do, because Bastion generally can do some pretty cool jumps. Here you can see me doing some cool parkour. Obviously this would take you way too many grenades. But you know, there's a lot of ways that you could use it to get some cool like high ground spots. Now this is really where I've just sort of, where I have the most shenanigans. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I'll not be having any more sleeps from now on. That was the only sleep that they'll ever get on me. And as you can see, just the chaos of my team doing stuff. I'm sorry, I meant after this, the sleep. There'll be no sleeps, but as you can see, my team's here to help me, to taxi me back. But you know, I don't take the offerings and position perfectly. I think their team must have just not been expecting anyone to be in their spawn, because I've never seen this chaos on this level. You can see I almost died there, but luckily I was looking at my HP bar. That's a little tip for many people. If you just look at that, you know, you're a lot less likely to die. So here I heard footsteps. Sound in this game is so important. You gotta listen. You know, you gotta step outside every once in a while and just like, listen to the sounds around you. And here I did just that, and I walked away because I was like, well, if they, you know, it's such a dangerous position. But luckily they are just the worst team. They just are so beautifully bad. And I've got my ultimate, so you know, I've just YOLO it, which is pretty much what you gotta do to survive these days. Just YOLO your ults. And now that I've done that, you know, I'm back on the waiting game. Just listening, waiting for sounds. Ooh. But someone knows where I am. And her name is Kiriko. She's out for blood. She's like, oh, she needs to get out. And basically that actually I think was probably the last sleep that I'll have to face. And as you can see, they finally killed me. The big aspect of this game is walking out of spawn. As you can see earlier, I was trying to sort of abuse them walking out of spawn. Here, I have to walk out of spawn, and that's the last thing you want in a game about getting out of spawn. You basically only ever want to do it once, and that's at the start of the game. And now this is when I have the time of my life with my good friend Soldier. This is like a co-op game now. As you can see, they're just powerless against the dynamic duo that we are. And I didn't queue up with this guy. He's just a random guy in the game I had. Somehow he just sort of had the same idea as me. So just, I mean, getting the high ground's good, definitely very good. if any of their team had decided, oh, let's get the high ground, like, if they had made a coordinated push, you know, we'd be screwed. I think that's probably the biggest advantage of the way I'm playing right now. I don't know why the Genji ignored. Here, I'm like just trying to back away to avoid the Hanzo Sonic arrows. But it doesn't matter because, you know, my tank just goes in and kills them. You know, this space is really open. The value of this high ground here is like so important. At least for the way they're playing. They had maybe like some more dive. The thing is, they have Genji. There's a lot of things that they could have done to just take over and stop us from just like applying all this pressure. So much pressure. But here they finally, you know, actually do something. I was hoping Soldier would save me, but... So that was a lot of psychological torture, but what's more torturous than Junkrat? I think he probably is the most evil character in the game. You'll see in what's about to happen. This might be the saddest Genji Blade. It's just so fun watching them squirm and... There you go. That's 1 point for the psychological torture meter. And, you know, once we do that, we're just sort of free to clean up. As you can see, my aim is perfect. Because there's only like 20 seconds left on the timer, I can just try and be as aggressive as humanly possible here, because as long as we stop them from touching, here they're incredibly staggered. There's 5 of us, there's like 3 of them. And this... and that's why I say Junkrat is the most evil character. Now we're gonna go into defense, which is just another side of the same coin. By the way, the Overwatch replay editor thing, I hate it so much. It's so annoying. The controls are like, you have to press so many things. There's probably hotkeys for everything, but I know it says N to hide, but here I was just struggling so hard to just find the button. Here I think the playstyle is really panicky because they're picking stuff like Mei, and it's just, they're being as aggressive as humanly possible. Here you can see she just overextended past the wall. I watched this a few times, but I didn't even realize that the Echo was just in the backline, causing chaos. Oh no, that's Lucio. Lucio was trying his best, but didn't do too well. Now earlier you saw me try and trap that Mei. So here's a demonstration of what that was actually supposed to look like. There you go. So you have to throw it on top of her head while she's in the ice block. Here's me doing it again. So yeah, basically every time you just sort of have to... It's very difficult, but as you see it, I've mastered it. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Easy. And you just have to do that in a normal game. Here's an example of it. Next to a wall. That seems a lot easier. And here's my really cool transition. Did you guys like that transition? If you like that transition, please leave a like and a favorite and a subscribe. That's pretty much, you know, probably the best transition you'll ever see on this planet. And that was probably the sickest bounce kill you'll ever see on this planet. Now, when I picked Junkrat here, my plan was to just use the mines to get the high ground. But here, as you can see, you know, they've been staggered for a while, but we just can't really push in. But getting this high ground is instrumental to my success. I was going to wait until the enemies had spawned back in and then ran back to the point, but we had just killed the whole team, so it didn't feel like it was necessary to wait there. It felt like there was an opportunity. We have won. This is me winning. As you can see, I'm not sure if you saw it there, but the Mei was so scared that she decided to use the ice block. And now it's just sort of like the end. This is the real end, you know, they can't do anything. We've won. So let me just talk about so I've been investing in trading 212, getting some shares. paid, you know, I got £1 out of it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments below. So yeah, there's not much to talk about at this point because I've won the game, I guess.